Reason I pick personally Cobra Kai when it's 10 episodes into season 6 and season 6 is going to be the last for Cobra Kai is because of the fact that it continues the storyline of between Johnny Lawrence, John Lawrence, Johnny Lawrence, and Ralph Macchio's character Daniel LaRusso, and I've just been a huge fan of the Karate Kid movies ever since I was younger, and this would have been about 84, 85, all the way up to the early 90s when the last Karate Kid movie came out. And then they did a spin off, the next Karate Kid, forget her name off the top of my head. She's a major star herself. Um, but we see Mr. Miyagi reprising his role for the next Karate Kid. That being said, we come about 30 almost 40 years into the future, where Cobra Kai has been on for a few seasons now, about 6 seasons, and they're wrapping up the season 6 for a total of 15 for season 6. They're gonna end it up with a bang. I believe there are going to be some shocking conclusions with Cobra Kai. I think it's going to come down to the fact that Cobra Kai is going to be. It's just going to be a shocking ending, for sure. And I think the heroes this time around are definitely Daniel LaRusso still, but in a surprising twist, it's also going to be John Lawrence, which we've already seen that in that regards. I think Chosen will Daniel's one-time nemesis. He's definitely going to be in the hero ring, um, and I think the granddaughter of Cobra Kai. I don't know the actress's name. I think she's going to end up being Chosen's wife. You watch. I guarantee you. They had a brief love affair in part of season 6 between a few of the episodes. He had her back in the very last episode of season 6, episode 10. Chosen came in, saved her rear end, and that was really cool to see. Um, but I, I've loved I loved I'm just gonna fess up to the fact that ever since I was a kid, I've loved martial arts. I'll even go so far as to say I even loved the John Wick movies. But I'm making this about Cobra Kai, not John Wick. Any martial arts movie, and that includes Cobra Kai, John Wick, uh, Enter the Dragon, all martial arts films have had a deep impact on me. I my martial arts knowledge myself is very little. I was a white belt, and still am a white belt. If I can get back into shape, I'd I'd love to end up being a black belt someday soon. Um, so I'm really going to take it upon myself to be more disciplined. And that means really getting off the fence about choices I make. Um, but I loved watching Cobra Kai tonight. Um, so suffice it to say, I am personally picking Cobra Kai as being my personally picked for this week, and I'm trying to keep all my personally picks to about once a week, whether it's a place, whether it's food, whether it's a city. Um, I still love Austin, so I don't want to ramble on too much. But tonight's is Cobra Kai. Um, I've just loved the storylines from the beginning of the show up to now. You see some great character arcs. You see a whole bunch just going on from the very beginning of Cobra Kai up to this. I want to call it a little bit halfway the point of season 6. We're going to see the final 5 episodes for a total of 15 episodes. I remember that being on the news that the creators of the show for Cobra Kai are actually going to go a little bit longer to finish out Cobra Kai. And for that reason, yeah, I just choose Cobra Kai for tonight. I got completely caught up on Cobra Kai. Half the stuff you just don't see coming. And I think they have done the Karate Kid legacy they've rounded it out very well. So I highly recommend watching Cobra Kai. Guys, you ever get a chance, watch other movies, other shows aside from Cobra Kai, shows that show the right mindset. It's not about always being on the offense. It's about defense mainly. Karate means empty hand because you're doing a lot. Sometimes with your closed fists, sometimes with open hands. And the reason why you'll see a whole bunch of martial artists with their hands open, especially when they're fighting, not always with clenched fists, but with hands open, is so that they can grab and do what they need to. I have not really been trained that way. But all things being said, if you haven't watched Cobra Kai, watch Cobra Kai. And that's all there is to it.